title. This is the end of a trail. I know that because it's written on the thing right here, not because I knew anything about that. In addition to the indoor artifacts and museum displays and original artwork, they have an extensive area outside that I'm going to wander around in that shows different facets of life in the West. So I think we'll start right down here by the Cowboys. They gave me a map, but that takes all the fun out of wandering if you have a map. Oh, very pretty gardens. Little picnic area out here. So there's a recreation of an Indian dwelling in the background, but I don't care to walk through the sprinklers just to go see it. You know, the bad thing about coming to a place like this, I could burn up 2 gigabytes of video, but when it comes time to make the YouTube thing, you still gotta boil it down to like 5 to 10 minutes max. So you're never gonna see everything in a video anyway. Well, I don't think I mentioned the admission rate. It seemed to me it was like $12 for a senior, which anymore you can't even get lunch for $12, so that's a good deal. If you have kids, you could spend hours here. In fact, this was packed by my wife. Items often packed for a family of 6. You cannot exceed 3,000 pounds. Well, you have to make some hard choices. Recreation of a trading post. With the exception of the master lock on it. Oh, look at here. I could have saved 1,000 miles and 8,500 feet of elevation if I just come here first and take a picture of this, because this is closer to the cave dwellings at Mesa Verde than I got. Yeah, you're also witnessing a real-life recreation of the sounds of the West. You don't see it much in movies, but it's certainly there. It's the incessant drone of traffic, 18-wheelers and cars. I might have to fact check that. I could be wrong on that. Well, I know this is traffic today. Yeah, if Carter Cash gets in there, you can watch him take an hour to crawl back out again. Well, this is very nice. I've always wanted to come here, and I have to say I'm not disappointed in it. It just has tons of exhibits in there. These are Kiowa Indians. I didn't mention which tribe this represents because I looked at the name and there's no way I can pronounce it. So I suppose I can show it to you and you can send it home and try to pronounce it. Well, not Pawnee. That's not the one. Underneath Pawnee. Yaza. All right, one last, and then I think we're about done. Time to hit the road and do the last 3 or 4 hours. Chickasaw. See, the Chickasaw were more advanced. They had electric lighting, floodlights inside. And they had security cameras at the top. Probably smoke detectors too. Okay, that's about it for outside. Wander back inside and get something to drink and decide if it's time to hit the road or spend some more time here. I'm in the display of Western hatware at the National Cowboy Museum in Oklahoma City. And here's two that I remember from my childhood. Matt Dillon's hat from Dodge City, which we've been to earlier in this trip, and Dale Robinson's hat. Kind of interesting. And I think every kid growing up in Southern California in the 50s and 60s met these two. I know I did. You saw them all the time in local parades. Roy Rogers and Dale Evans. Let's see whose hats we got here. Dusty Rogers hats. I didn't realize there were this many different styles of hats. I thought everything came in baseball hat. Shipley hat. Oh, that's a rugged looking hat. Beaver hat. And a cowboy hard hat. All right, I think I've seen enough hats. Let's move on. All right, this is probably the most anticipated part for me, personally, growing up in the 50s and 60s, the Western performers. Considering I think I've watched every movie ever made, I suspect I know all of these. Oh, it is a pretty amazing collection of. Walter Brennan. Well, he had quite a collection of stuff here. Scott, Gary Cooper, oh, they also have their own version of the Hollywood Walk of Fame here. This is just John Wayne from 1925 films. All the way up to, I think, his last film, The Shooter, or Shootist, around 70-something, 1980. Quite a career. I also had a tendency to see him a lot in parades and stuff growing up in Southern California. Well, unfortunately, that is going to have to do it for this visit to the National Cowboy and Western Heritage Museum. Quite honestly, there is too much stuff to see here. You can easily spend all day going through it. I think maybe today I visited maybe 30% of it. It's a great place. You'll enjoy it. Well, that is going to wrap up Season 4 of Random Destinations. Season 5 is booked and ready to go, and new episodes should start showing up sometime around the middle to end of May of this year. So until then, just keep watching my same crappy old videos over and over again and run my viewership up. My goal for 2023 is to get at least 27 views. Until then, this is Carter Cash saying so long.